So basically this video is just going to be kind of a dogs a bucking. Dogs a bucking. Just gonna wait for these dogs to stop barking and get to it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So a long time no see. I feel like it's been forever since I filmed a video, and I'm getting over a cold, so if you can kind of hear me, I sound a little congested. I seriously have been fighting this cold for probably like almost 3 weeks now. I can't take anything because I am pregnant. I choose really not to take anything unless I'm absolutely dying, so I'll kind of just let it ride out itself. So anywho, let's go ahead and get into this video so it's not 30 minutes long like all my videos. Today's video is going to be kind of a quick get ready with me video. It's going to be featuring some new items, and they are going to be from the Morphe store. Woo! So I did pick up a couple of items from Morphe over the past weekend. I had been dying to kind of swatch and check out the new 3502 palette. This does have 35 shades. The packaging, they totally redid their whole entire packaging. Morphe itself as a brand just kind of rebranded their whole look, which I absolutely am in love with. I think it looks so just classy and chic. I love it. This is what their new packaging looks like. I think they just did a phenomenal job. I honestly am a sucker for such simple, classic, but still statement packaging. So this is the original 350, and then this is the 3502 palette. As you can see, completely different. So when I went to Morphe, I was super excited because they had so many everywhere in all parts of the store. I didn't want to buy it online and then be disappointed and kind of be stuck with the palette that I didn't really need or want. I just decided to go into Morphe itself and swatch it there, and I'm so happy I did because it is such a beautiful palette. So this is what the palette looks like. This is how it comes. It comes with this really cool sheet that has all the names on it, which I love. I think that when a palette comes with names on it, especially actually on like as part as a palette, it's so convenient. But this is what the palette looks like. Very, very, very beautiful. I'm sure everyone's seen it all over social media. This is what that palette looks like. I do want to compare it to the 350 original for you guys in case you haven't came across it. So I do have the original 350 and the 350 mattes. So I have both those palettes, but I'm going to compare just these two because, you know, they created the second one based off the first one. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, the 350 palette, comparing it to the second one, it looks a little bit more dull, I would say. If I were to see these two next to each other, I definitely would gravitate towards the 3502 palette just because it's so much more vibrant. But if you compare them, they are kind of different. They really aren't the same at all. I feel like the 3502 has a lot more like bright, vibrant colors versus the 350, which kind of has just more very subtle, everyday neutral colors, and definitely a lot more light and transition colors in this palette. So if you have both of them, I think that they complement each other really, really well. I wouldn't say you necessarily need both palettes, but it wouldn't hurt if you did have both palettes. Like, in my opinion, I feel like these really do complement each other. You could definitely use 350 for more really good transitions, or just like the base of your eyeshadow and all that fun stuff, and then you can kind of just grab a couple of these colors to just really help make a statement with the eyepiece. So yeah, anyway, so enough about that. That was just my little spiel on the palette itself. I also went ahead and I picked up the sponge. I picked up the highlight and contour sponge. I have different Morphe sponges. I have the first original. So these are the two Morphe sponges that I have. These are both the original sponges that they launched. They both launched these at the same time. I love this black sponge. I am a super huge fan of this one. I just love how it really gets everywhere in your face, and you can get into like your under eye area and all that. And then I'd use this one as well, but not as much. I honestly will be honest with this. This bleeds so much when I wash it, and I wash my sponges with warm to hot water, and obviously with a beauty blender cleaner. So I did already head and wet it, so it is a little bit bigger than what it looks like. But it just has these really cool like indentions in it, as you can see. It's kind of like a diamond shape almost, but I feel like this would be perfect for just like the crevices of your face, concealer, foundation. So that's why I picked up this guy. And then I went ahead and I picked up the ever so famous Continuous Setting Mist Spray. spray. I see so many different beauty gurus use this and they love it. So when I saw that so many people were raving about this, I had to pick it up. I think it was only like 15 bucks. So it's just supposed to be a microfine mist that sets your makeup, liquid or powder with a radiant finish. So I definitely would say it is a setting spray. I don't really know if you've used it before. Maybe you can. I'm not sure. I will definitely try. But that is why I picked up this guy as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to this video because I'm already at 18 minutes and a lot of it's probably just rambling. So let's go ahead and get into this video. I'm gonna go ahead and just add some primer. I'm gonna be using my Farsali Unicorn Essence Skin Enhancing Antioxidant Serum. I love this stuff. I read about it all the time. This is really great if you do have oily, sensitive, acne-prone skin. That is all the type of skin I have, and I don't have any issues with this. If anything, I feel like it's really helped improve my skin. It's a great primer, and it just makes my makeup look so good throughout the day. It definitely has like a semi-matte kind of finish, I want to say, to it, so it really kind of just adheres that foundation, and it kind of just semi-blurs out my pores. I wouldn't say completely, but it does really just help kind of improve my skin and prep it for foundation. So I really love that stuff. I'm gonna go on my MAC Mineralized Charged Water. I always do this, especially if I'm gonna go in with a more kind of full coverage foundation. For foundation today, I'm going to be using my Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. I haven't used this in quite some time, and I just want to go ahead and use it because I literally have so many foundations, and I'm probably going to actually go buy the HUDA foundation this weekend because I saw Diana on YouTube. She did a review on it just yesterday, and it looked so beautiful on her. I was just like, I need to try that. So I'm probably gonna go run and get it. I had already been wanting it, so her video just helped confirm that. So I'm gonna use my Morphe E6 flat like kabuki brush to just go ahead and blend this out. So this is what it looks like with just one coat of the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, and then this is what it looks like with nothing on, and that is with the brush. So definitely love that brush with this particular foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my ever so famous Hard Candy Under Eye Instant Eye treatment. We all know that this is nothing new. I'm gonna go in with the sponge. Ooh, it's really bouncy. I like that. And I love how it has like this kind of like curved edge too, so I can just really get in there, which is really nice. For concealer today, I think I'm going to go ahead and use my Nars Creamy Concealer. I haven't used this in quite some time. This actually is a little too light for me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mix some of my Born This Way concealer with it. I'm kind of blending it out now. To do some cream contouring, I'm going to be using my Smashbox Studio Skin Shaping Foundation and Concealer Stick. I'm using the concealer side. I really don't care for the foundation, but I love this contouring stick. I have the color 1.1, and I did a whole video on this as well. If you're interested, I did like a review with both the foundation and the contour stick. Then I'm going to go ahead and just use my Morphe R4 brush to just go ahead and blend that. I always spray it with some charged water before I blend, and I literally just kind of blend up. Use the Maybelline Loose Finishing Powder. This is a setting powder. I haven't used this actually in a while, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. I do really like it. It is a really good drugstore affordable setting powder. So I went ahead and just set my face really quickly. My camera died again. What's new? I really want to upgrade my camera. I have the Sony a5100 and it dies so quickly. I really like this Maybelline Fit Me Setting Loose Powder. I feel like it's very, very good drugstore. It's like $5, excuse me, $5, and it sets really, really well. And I went ahead and just set it with my Morphe Sponge, and I actually really did like this to set. I'm gonna go ahead and just set with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Foundation. This is in the color medium, and it's a little bit light, but I will go ahead and bronze it up. This isn't going to really give me so much coverage. It's kind of just going to help set everything and just really make everything that I put on top powder-wise blend really nicely. For setting my bronzer and contour, I'm going to go ahead and use a oldie but goodie. This is the Lorac Pro Contour Palette. I haven't used it in quite some time, and like I said, I want to use some makeup that I haven't used in a while. I'm going to do this like cooler contour just because. And this is really, really pigmented, guys, so be super careful if you are in the mood to get this palette. It's very, very, very pigmented. As you can see, it's already like showing up. And it's hardly used. And just for my actual bronzer brush, I'm going to go with my Morphe R7. This is one of my favorite brushes. And just grab the medium contour color, and literally, like I said, you just need to literally dab, make sure you get that excess off, and go ahead and start bronzing the face. And then I'll just drag it up. Warm up the face. This is the Beach Front Bronzer. This is by a makeup company called Unique. So this is what it looks like. It's like just like a nice mixture of a kind of like bronze look. This also is very pigmented. I'm just going to focus this more on the tops of my cheeks. And I literally just go in one time and that is it. Because it is so extremely pigmented. I'm going to then take this Maybelline Fit Me blush. I've had this for quite a while. I don't remember the name, but I'll have it listed down below. And then for my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and use the Morphe 350. I'm just grabbing that light matte shade in the palette. And I'm just going to use that as my base kind of setting powder for the rest of my shadows. Then I'm going in with a 3502, grabbing the lighter shade in that palette. I have the names listed below, I just don't have them in front of me right now, but I grabbed that color and I'm just using it as like my first transition color. I'm using more of a fluffier brush just to really kind of help diffuse that color all over my lid. And then I grabbed that second orangey brown color and I'm focusing that mainly in the crease, with the most color being at the end and then kind of swooping it into my inner eye. This is going to be like a very defined crease look. And then I go ahead and grab that true orange color and focus that in the crease as well. I'm using the same brush for all three colors because I really do like how this brush is shaped. So I feel like it really just gets into my crease really well and just helps blend everything the way I want it to be blended. And then I go ahead and grab that next orangey kind of red shade and I focus that even more in the crease. And as you can see, this is a very, very orange fiery kind of look, which I ended up really, really loving. And I kind of kept the focus too in the inner corner of my eye. I really like how it looked, how it kind of went from like the darker reds to the lighter orange. And then to go ahead and just carve out my lid, I am using the same concealer that I do to clean my brows. This is the NYX Full Coverage Concealer. I love this stuff to kind of just
carve out, you know, my brows or lay down for a base for any type of like shimmery glitter pigment color. So I go in with that like orange glittery shimmer color. It's such a beautiful color against the other matte oranges. I just focused that on my lid, not taking it really too high. And then I did go in with just a dry brush at first, and I didn't like how it wasn't super pigmented, like it really wasn't showing the true detail of the shimmer color. So I went in with some Fix Plus and just applied that. And then right here I go in with the, I didn't show it, but it's the like light gold shimmer shade, just because I wanted to be a little bit more popped in the inner corner lid of my eye, which I actually ended up really liking. I felt like it really made it look like a highlighted kind of glow. So that's what I did there. And then I go ahead and use the same matte colors I used above to just smoke out the bottom of my lash line. And then I just go ahead and add a little bit more of the shimmer orange color and that gold yellow shimmer to the bottom corners of my eyes as well. And then I wanted a little bit more of like an orangey kind of blush look to kind of just complement the eyes. So I went in with the Morphe, I believe it's the 9N blush palette, and just use that kind of like lighter orange color to add to my cheeks. And then I go ahead and pop on some bottom mascara.
Okay, so this is the finished eye look and face look. I also forgot to mention that I picked up one of their liquid lipsticks. I totally forgot about this. I remembered as I was thinking about what I want to put on my lips. So the color that I picked up is Peanut, and it is probably the more truer kind of brown orangey undertone out of all the colors that they had. I'm not really sure how these are. I haven't really looked into like reviews or anything. It's supposed to dry to a matte finish. It says apply your favorite Morphe shade for a bulletproof kiss. So I'm just assuming it's like ultra matte. So let's go ahead and try this. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, this is really pretty. Oh yeah, I love this. It looks exactly what I was hoping for. It smells really good. I like that it's definitely layerable. It's not cracking. It doesn't dry super quick, but it does dry enough. And literally one coat is perfect, but of course me being extra, I like to go in and just add a little bit. So far I'm really liking this formula pigmentation. I like the way it's applying, how it layers. It doesn't dry so super quick to where if I were to try to go in with another layer, it kind of just start cracking. There's some liquid lipsticks where I've tried where they dry really quickly and you kind of have to work with them quickly, but this is actually really nice. I do feel it drying to a more mattified finish now. It's kind of getting a little bit more harder, tighter, I guess you can say. Love the color. The color is perfect. I think it's exactly what it looks like when you swatch it, because some colors tend to not look like how you swatch it. So this is a swatch, and then this is what's on my lip. It definitely looks a little bit lighter, darker on my lips. I did go ahead and do 2 layers though. This is literally just one like swipe. Yeah, now that I went into that, I'm going to go ahead and use the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I'm just going to shake it a little bit, even though I feel like you don't have to. I'm going to spray a little bit away from me just because I want to make sure the spray is normal. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm nervous. I'm always nervous using new setting sprays that I don't know how they are going to be. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is literally like a mist, guys. I think I went a little overboard on accident. This smells so good. Oh my god, it smells so good. It smells very... It has definitely a perfume smell, but it's not overwhelming at all. It's very subtle, like an old school perfume, but like not super intense. I think it's supposed to keep you more matte, is what it's claiming. I mean, it says it's supposed to give you a radiant finish, and it's supposed to be good to kind of just help settle your liquid or powdered foundation. I honestly feel like this is very similar to my Milani setting spray, which is a mattifying setting spray. So I feel like this is very kind of adhering to my face and making everything kind of just like not move. Like that's how I feel like it's gonna be. So, but it did a really good job at kind of just like making everything mesh together. I feel like it does look like when I apply my charge water. Definitely not a kind of like moisturizing spray, I would say. Definitely more of a setting spray. So yeah, so I just want to go ahead and quickly give you guys my quick thoughts on these Morphe products, since they are newer products to me and semi-new to the industry as well. So starting off with the Morphe 3502 palette. I love this palette. Oh my goodness, I love it way more than I love the 350. I feel like this is definitely a palette that I will be reaching for a lot this fall and winter. So I'm so happy that I did decide to buy this palette, because I almost did not get it since I felt like it was too similar to the 350 palette. But after really kind of comparing them and looking at them side by side, I feel like they really aren't similar at all, and that if anything they just really complement each other. So I'm really happy with this palette. The formula, the pigmentation, the blendability, the color, everything is 100% in my book. I didn't have any issues, as you can see from the video. Everything layers perfectly, especially the shimmery shadows. I feel like sometimes you can get shimmer shadows that don't layer that well with other shimmer shadows. So when I was able to kind of layer this color with this color right here, it just really created this like beautiful, intense, highlighted glow, and I absolutely love that about this palette. So yes, definitely get your hands on this palette if you don't have the 350 palette and you're debating on, you know, either or, you can only get one or you just want one. I would definitely go for this guy if you are someone who's into warmer tones and would find this very useful. What else? The sponge. So I really like the sponge as well. I felt like it just really kind of went underneath my eyes nicely. I didn't use it for my foundation. I used it strictly for my concealer. I feel like this would probably be a better kind of concealing, contouring, bronzing applicator, definitely, just because there's really not an area where you can kind of really blend out your foundation. You could use obviously the flat parts very easily, but I feel like this would cater more to, you know, your under eye concealer, your contour and cream bronzers. This would be a good sponge to use, and this does retail, I think, for $7 is what I paid. But yeah, and then the liquid lipstick I really love. I've been wearing it for probably about like 5 minutes now, and it is just a very comfortable formula. It doesn't crack, it doesn't feel drying. I feel like I do have something on my lips when I go like this, but it's nothing compared to other liquid lipsticks that I've tried, to where I just really feel like it can be really drying. Like for example, I have some ColourPop liquid lipsticks that are super drying, and I cannot layer too many times because then I'll kind of just start to like bunch up in like my inner lip and just look really gross. But this is actually really nice and super comfortable. I love the color. I think now that I've kind of tried out this and got a feel for it, I probably will reach for more of their liquid lipsticks. There was a nude I was eyeing, but I kind of wanted to just try one out, see how I felt about it, and then go and pick up more if I loved it. And then finally, the Morphe Continuous Mist or Setting Mist Spray. I really like this. My face looks really nice. Everything meshes so well together. Yeah, but I do like this. I think this retailed for $15, I want to say $13 to $15. So I'm liking this. So thank you so much again, you guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this eye look. It inspired you in some type of way. And yeah, so until next time, guys, I shall see you in my next video. Bye.